August, is it Friday? Somebody's gonna have to tell me if it's Friday. August 4th, 2022. I know the number, but not the actual day. So let me know if this is Friday. I'm gonna have to, anyway, I'll go ahead. See, so we're looking at Starship 24 here. It's just past 9 in the morning. And I'm gonna do a general live stream here of what's going on. There is no road closure today. So, and there's no road closures scheduled for next week either. So, Paul Marks with Ocean Camera Space Corp. Just checking out this scene here. There is a lot of dirt to the bottom right of the screen there. We can see that they chalked in a lot of dirt. Previously, there was a lot of gravel over there. So this is now, they took the gravel out yesterday and the day before. We saw that that was an empty area at the bottom right of the screen there. And now they moved in a lot of dirt. So. Starship looks good. There's a lift on the Starship. Morning. And so they're doing some work underneath the Starship as well. Again, I don't see any notifications for next week for any road closures, which is odd. Normally there's they plan the future week. We'd at this time of our week, you know, it's Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure which is today, but normally by this time in the week we have road closures for the following week. But there's nothing scheduled for next week, so doesn't look like there's going to be any road closures next week. I'll stay here for a bit and then I'll move over to the right and we'll get the shot of the Starship and we'll get a shot of the orbital launch platform next. I did mow my lawn. I mowed the lawn last night for the remote camera site, so that is looking really good. And I'm pretty happy about that. I've been sleeping on the site and waking up and starting my day. Yeah, good stuff. If you have any questions about what we're looking at, let me know. The parking lot. Greetings from Argentina, Javier. Nice to see you, Javier. Raul says, first orbital flight next year. Do you know what's happening? I don't know. Did somebody say next year, Raul? I think they're still planning for maybe this month for an orbital flight. I don't know where you got that info. Thanks, Raul, for the information. I'll have to see what other people say about that. I'm not sure if anything's changed or not. The parking lot here is relatively empty. There's a lot of stations. I'll get the shot behind us too. But there's a lot of openings here for the trucks. So it's not packed as far as people working here. There's a lot of space for people to park here. Raul, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Today there's no road closure today. They canceled it, or it's just not scheduled. I think we got a concrete truck coming in. This is a better spot to be than further up to the right here, because a lot of the dust goes over in that area. So, Mix TV and Martin, hey. See what kind of truck this is. the oxygen truck. There are a couple. There is another tanker down there too. I'll get the shot in a little bit. So they're offloading gases as well. Raul asks if any updates on the Polaris mission. I don't know anything about other missions. Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for the Twitter text. I didn't know what Shabbat and Shalom meant. So yeah, I was feeling some fullness this morning. Last night also. Elena, thank you. Completion, a little bit completion as well. Marge says Blue Origin just had a safe landing. That's good. Yeah, back at you, Helena. Helena. Good evening to you out there. Yeah, I planted some fig plant or tree. It's not a tree really, but fig bush. I planted a fig also on the property in addition to a banana and some basil. So I got a few things growing up. Hey Raul, this is the iPhone Pro 12 Max, so I haven't gotten out the Nikon P1000. I do appreciate it though. I will do that when there's more activity on the site and when I'm going to be spending more time here. I'm still working in sales right now, so I'm moonlighting in sales, and hopefully I'll be able to make enough money to get better equipment here at OceanCam. So that's why I'm doing that, so I can pay the bills. So when either I make more money in the sales or I get a big donation here, I will be able to be full-time here again. But I sold something last weekend for somebody, and that made me like maybe $2,500. So I made $2,500 last weekend. So if I hadn't sold that, I would have had to just stop filming here anyway because I was running out of money. So if I can do that again, I will be in a really good position. Yeah, the total sale price, the gross sale was $25,000, and I made 10% of that. So if I can do that again with some other items, that'll be a good thing. But in the last 30 days here at OceanCam, I made like $700. So I can't even pay the gas and buy food for $700. So yeah, I got to do this outside work to stay alive, you know. Either that or just leave and go do something else. You know? If you want to help the channel, share the link, share the photos and videos and everything, and help it grow. But if you don't want to help the channel and you just want to watch the show, I can't help you. So they're definitely doing something with this sand here. What I can tell you is, having bought that property, yeah, hit the like button, subscribe if you like the content. I've been here over a year, and I just bought some property, so I will be in and out of the area for the next 50, 100 years. So now that I got that property, I'm not going anywhere, anybody, but I may leave, but I will still have a presence here with OceanCam. So it's looking good that for this foreseeable future, I'll be here. You know, do it month to month, day to day. You know. It does take at least 8 months or longer for the GIS system to update the ownership of the properties in the area. So you will not find my name in any of the records for the real estate here. Unless you go to the county clerk's office and you look up the property itself. Hey Jackie, good morning. Martin, this property doesn't allow you to build any houses on it, I don't think. But I did get 2 lots. I got 2 lots, and I believe the second lot, although it is underwater half the time of the year, if I raise the ground up about 6 feet, then I could probably build on that second lot. It's not the remote camera site. There is another lot here. I got both lots together for a little bit more. But I can definitely camp out on it at nighttime, and it's good.
Overhead drone operations will be occurring for the next hour. Overhead drone operations will be occurring for the next hour.
Let me see what the chat is. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, everybody. So it's busy over there. Where would you go, Paul, if you were to go? I was thinking Phoenix, Arizona is, years ago, someone told me I should go to Phoenix and check it out. I have last year when I went to the expo in California, Long Beach, I drove through Phoenix and I went, they have a really nice Whole Foods restaurant and store. So it had a really good feel. So that would be probably my first stop if or when that ever happens. I'd go to Phoenix, probably. Yeah, overhead drone operations, they just launched it, broadcast that. So there's maybe that second lot I could build something on. But the remote camera site, I can definitely build a much nicer tower, something that won't shake. So I can really, now that it's my property, I can build whatever I want to build on it as far as camera structure. And I can put the better footings in with concrete and stuff like that. I can really do some construction. Jackie, thank you. Yeah, Jackie, good stuff. Someone showed me one time, yeah, some good structure. Like a triangle or pyramid is apparently the most solid structure. So I could put some, build some type of pyramid out of with weld a pyramid together, or a lot of the other camera companies around here have these like $20,000-$30,000 towers that they have built out of metal, and I could build a tower for cheap out of scrap metal and just weld it together. So, yeah, but thanks, Jackie. Good stuff. Cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but something like some type of drink or water. Thank you. Cool. Okay, Helena says, my telescope sits on a pyramid type structure. Again. All right. Very sturdy. Wow. ×2. Thanks, Jackie. That's awesome. I've been on camera this morning. The pan and tilt function that I have for the camera setup right now, it has the ability to go almost get like a 360 view of anything within a 360 view. So if I were to build a pyramid structure and have a way for the camera to see and make sure there's no walls or some type of glass wall, then I could get a shot in almost any direction. So that would be if I had that pyramid thing going. That'd be good. Yeah, or even a couple cameras. So anyway, I'm not stressing it. Just having fun here. Okay, so Helena, I'm not familiar with the Go pyramid structure, but I'll check into it. Thanks. Go pyramid structure. Thanks. I'll zoom in on the Starship here. You can see it's a pretty slow-paced morning here. I don't know if they've shifted their employees over to the Florida site, because they are building a tower over there in Florida at the 39A, I believe, is the launch site or something. They're building a whole nother starbase over there in Florida. So everything from buildings to tower to everything. So maybe the decrease in personnel here that we see, obviously this is a much less of a presence here with workers and stuff. That maybe they're shifted everything to Florida. Mostly, you know, they have more people over there working to build that site, building the whole Starbase 2 over there in Florida. Passing says, I'm in Jacksonville and I can see about 90% of the launches from my front yard. That's awesome. So Jacksonville is on the east side of Florida, right before you get to Georgia, etc. So it's on the, it's kind of the beginning of the Florida on the east coast there. I do not believe you can get very close to 39A. I think it's pretty far. It's probably be almost like taking photos of Blue Origin or something, or maybe being at South Padre looking at the launch site from South Padre Island. I don't think you can get very close, but I don't know anything about what I'm talking about over there. I think that's what I've heard, that you can't really get very close. If someone else knows, let us know. Yeah, passing. If you have any photos of that, that'd be awesome, of some of the launches or cool stuff. Got a bunch of flies out here today. All right, I'm gonna get some shots of the Starship, and then I will walk to the right here about 20 feet and get the tower. So another indicator for no static fire next week would be all the sand that they just dumped over there at the base of the Starship. They had moved it out, so it was looking good for a static fire or something, but then they just put all that dirt and sand there to the bottom right. So I would imagine they got to get all that out of there before they do any static fire. So there is a cement truck there, or concrete truck, and there next week maybe it's just another week at building the site here with that concrete. See there, pad A on the right and pad B on the left. Okay, passing wind says, looks like Sanders for making cement. They could have something built today, and yeah, so maybe they would do all the cement work, concrete work, sorry, over the weekend, and then next week they would be ready to do a static fire or anything. And I don't see any, I think the only indicator for that also is that there's no road closure scheduled for next week. So okay, Helena asks, so over the last year until now, how different does it look regarding the amount of people working there? At different times, the parking lot here has been packed full of maybe 3 times as many people. Yeah, I guess around the June timeframe when they were shooting for September launch of 2021. It's 2022 right now. We're in August 4th of 2022, but last year in June timeframe 2021, it was maybe 3 times more people. They were shooting for a September launch. We did not launch in September, and we're still waiting for a launch here. So as they were building the tower, they had more people, and there was a whole push by Elon to finish everything and then be ready for launch. And so they did beef up the people here 2 to 3 times what's here now, and maybe even more. Maybe it was maybe 4 times as many people, but at least 3 times as many people for a short period of time. And the number of people here on site has fluctuated, so it wasn't just one time where there were more people, but it was a few times where it kind of went up and down as far as personnel. You know, I think when they were doing a lot of welding, they had a lot of welders here, and then the contractor that was doing the welding, they finished the job, so they left. So, you know, probably the same thing is going to be happening over there in Florida. This morning I saw I think it was booster 8 in a high bay, so they're still working on that, the new booster. I'm gonna move to the right here about 25 feet and then get a shot of the tower. Maybe I'll pause over here and get this shot here. So they're doing something with this. Oh, maybe they're doing some concrete work right here. Those look like they, or that was being taken out of booster 7.1. Those pipes. So they're loading some of the pipes onto a. They're loading those pipes there onto a flatbed. So I'm not really sure what they're doing, but either they're offloading or bringing in. But maybe they're getting those things out of here. I can maybe get a closer shot here. I want to thank Pipersall too. Thanks for the contribution yesterday. I sent you an email as well, but thank you as well. And Jackie, you're awesome too. Thank you, both of you, recently. But the site there at the base of the Starship looks pretty empty. So it's looking good. They're finishing up whatever work they're doing over there at the base of the Starship. Because the groundwork to the left there of the Starship looks pretty empty. Looks like they're ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking to the right here. There we go. All right, they got the drone here too. Let me get this drone. You can see it there. Oh, they just brought that drone back down. Good stuff. Okay, just a minute. So I spent a little time in Florida before coming this way to Brownsville, And in the past, I've been attracted to the Tampa, Florida area, which is a couple hours away from the Titusville, where they have the Kennedy Space Center. So I spent about a month in Tampa, Florida, which is on the west coast of the coastline there, and so that's Tampa's on the west, and Titusville is on the east coast of Florida. So it's about an hour or so, I believe, maybe a couple hours from Titusville to Tampa. And I also spent a little time in Miami. So Florida's nice. I'm not sure. Good question, Helena. I'm not sure SpaceX is the real draw for me right now. So I'm not sure I would move just based on SpaceX. Because although it is cool to watch, there's no interaction with SpaceX or the people at SpaceX. So it's I could just watch somebody else's videos. You know, I don't need to move my personal life to a location where there's going to be nobody I can talk with. You know, so out here, what's some of the good things about this area are the weather mostly. It'd be really good to grow stuff. It'd also be pretty good in Tampa as well, but the real estate prices in Tampa are much higher. The real estate prices in Titusville might be a little bit different, but so I have started a garden, and that was I sold my property in Virginia. One of the major reasons was to grow more things. The growing zone of Virginia is a 5 or 6 growing zone, whereas here in South Texas it's 10 to 11 growing zone. So you can really grow a lot more here in South Texas. The wind is the worst issue here, and heavy rain. So we get dramatic changes in the wind and the rain. It doesn't rain a lot, but when it rains, it rains. That was a liquid nitrogen tanker. So that heavy rain will destroy a crop, as well as the wind will knock down trees, plants, whatever. So the wind is unexpected and the rain is unexpected. So otherwise it's really nice weather. So I kind of got rid of my property in Virginia so that I could have a better growing area. And so Tampa has a Whole Foods. North of here in Houston and maybe some of the other areas, major cities in Texas, they have a Whole Foods. So right now, there is no health food store or Whole Foods market here. There are a few beginning restaurants types of things that have some of those things. There is a Juice Us, J-U-I-C-E, Juice Us, place where you can buy freshly extracted juices from kale and other types of things, ginger. So I went there yesterday or the day before as a celebration, but it's kind of costly. So, yeah, Whole Foods would be nice if there were a Whole Foods here in Bronzeville. Passing says, I can see Elon opening a restaurant on one side of the high bay and his dispensary on the other. I got you. I saw a video recently, and it was by Sadhguru, S-A-T-H Guru, and he was saying that, no, it was not by Sadhguru. It was by Bashar, if some of you not familiar with this guy, there's a gentleman who channels an entity, and he calls himself Bashar, Bashar, and he was talking about marijuana, right? And he was saying that although you can get high on marijuana or pot or weed, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of like a training wheels, and after you kind of recover and you get back to normal, if you just think about being high, you can get high. So the marijuana is like helping you get familiar with what it is to be high, and then all you have to do in the future is think about it, and then you can kind of get back in that high zone. So it's not meant to be a constant use of marijuana. The higher energy is when you do it without the marijuana. So if you can use the pot or the marijuana to train yourself to be in that state, then you can just think about what it is to be high, and then you'll be high again. So it might even be a higher energy. So that was what Bashar had said. I watched that like yesterday. Good video. Okay, Passing Wind has said he's been flying, he or she has been flying drones for 5 years for fun. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, there's a strange energy in Florida. It's kind of like a richy area, and also it doesn't really feel like America when you're in Florida. Kind of a strange feeling. A lot of old people go to Florida too. So, and then you have a mix of people from some of the equatorial regions. So it's a strange place. I think Miami's kind of a little bit dangerous too. Oh, it's South Texas aggregate haulers. But I didn't really find a community when I was there. If I had found a community, I would have maybe felt more comfortable there. But when I was in Florida, I did not make any real connection. Patrick says, I was born and raised in Miami. I lived there for the first 25 years of my life. Good stuff. Patrick Wynn says he has a DJI Inspire 1. Elena says, the last 3 days we had 100-kilometer winds and rain. Thought I was in Kansas for a minute there. Yep. The house made it. Good stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. For 3 days, huh? That's crazy. Patrick says, Florida is ridiculous for pricing right now, but it will only go higher. Yeah, the different states have reacted differently to the COVID, to the sneeze. Different states have reacted differently to the sneeze, and Texas as well as Florida had a different approach to it than, say, New York or California. So, and the price of gas is different in the different states. So there was a better reaction, in my opinion, in Texas and Florida. So. Helena, I'm not sure which link you're talking about, but let me know and I will post it sometime. Yeah, passing. I have a bachelor's degree in holistic wellness, and all I can say is you might want to check out Agnes von der Planets as far as natural healing. He's dead now, but he did write a couple books, and one of his books was called We Want to Live. Now, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, so you're gonna have to check with your doctor to see whatever approach is right for you. But I personally like a guy named Agnes von der Planets, and he talks about drinking raw milk and eating raw goat butter and all that kind of stuff. And it's you know, some people get really sick from that type of thing, but I like to make smoothies with raw eggs and bananas. And I'm the exception to the rule, so you're gonna have to check with your doctor. Oh, the Bashar. Oh yeah, I'll share that one by Bashar. Pasek says there's really two Floridas, South Florida and North Florida. South Florida is a melting pot. North Florida is a reactionary to the melting pot. Interesting. Yeah, the truck mentioned aggregates. So, there's a saying that some people think that everything is separate. So there's a few different ways to view the universe or the galaxy or the solar system. And you could think that we are on the Earth, we are separate, and there is no connectivity to anything, and everything is chaos. So that's one way of viewing ourselves within the universe, right? Within, separate. But in meditation, we talk about everything is connected. So another way of saying we are on the Earth is I am the Earth, right? And I am the moon, I am the solar system, I am the galaxy. So there's nothing in the galaxy that's not me, and I am the solar system. I'm the universe. So everything in the universe is me. So you could say that everything in the universe is separate from me, or you could say I am the universe. So there's different ways of looking at it, and the same way, there's the same way to look at health. You could say that a virus is separate from me, and then some people in like the natural healing and maybe some of the other shamans, etc., they have a different belief that the virus is a good thing. So, and what do viruses and bacteria do? So if you just in the same way as you might say such and such a country is our enemy, another way of saying it is we do business with these other countries, and as long as you're playing good with the other countries or people, they'll be nice to you. But if you start attacking certain things, these things will want to preserve themselves also, and they will attack back. So there's different ways of looking at health and wellness, and the things we do matter. So yeah, Agnes von der Planets, I would check them out. We want to live. But if you like to sterilize everything, and if you work in a hospital, you use glutaraldehyde, and you feel high every time you put the what is it called, a glutaraldehyde on your hands or on the patient's body, and you're wondering why they're not getting healthy. You know, the more you sterilize things, the more you kill, the more you deaden the patient's defenses. So if you want to sterilize everything and then give some type of dead food to the patient, and you wonder why they really don't heal faster, you gotta look at are you on the Earth or are you the Earth? You know, if you're the Earth, you're gonna have a different approach than if you're on the Earth. So if the Earth is separate from you and malevolent, you know, maybe the Earth is out to kill you, and we should save all the animals on the Earth, but or kill the people, but
Oh, thank you.
yep. Then you know, that's a different approach to how you view yourself on the earth or as part of the earth, or in the same way that goes over there into medicine as well. Yeah, the Aborigines had some of these thoughts as well. So maybe look at the Aborigines. Yeah, some people think if you put a lot of dirt in your mouth and you swallow it, and maybe it'll help you heal faster. So you know, there's a lot of people in some of the kind of wealthy hospitals who want to sterilize everything and then give you a fecal implant to recolonize the bacteria in your body because you sterilized everything. But other people just want to say, hey, eat some dirt, and you know, bacteria is good. So we have a division between, is bacteria good or not? And if they can charge you for repopulating the bacteria in your body after sterilizing these different areas, well, that's more business for the doctors. So you gotta look at all the different angles and wonder why they're saying whatever they're saying. My dad was a doctor. My mom was my dad was a plastic surgeon, and my mom was a nurse. So that's how I got on that whole health field. Hey, Robert. Wild Atlantic man went to London. I don't know if there's some type of shift change right now or not, but there's a bunch of people leaving the site. Yeah. Don't want to move?
Yeah,
I'm good. There's a lot of lifts on the overlaunch platform. There is also lifts. How many lifts are there? There's also there's a cement truck over there too. So they're pouring, I believe they're pouring the wall for the berm that is going east-west over there behind the methane tanks. I believe that's what they're doing with that cement truck that we see going up in a triangle over there. This over here is from a cement truck, and they're pouring it along the berm, I believe, over there. Yeah, the thing about wellness is, I have a bachelor's degree in holistic wellness, right? The thing is, nobody's hiring wellness people. So it's pretty funny. Even a hospital doesn't want a wellness person there. So like, wellness must be something like with, what is it? Look up wellness, and it's definitely not the natural healing terminology for wellness. So it is quite the interesting thing that in a hospital you will not find anybody that has a bachelor's degree in wellness. They have people that studied a lot of diseases, you know, but nobody there with a bachelor's in wellness. And you wonder why we have such a sick world. Can't make any money on wellness. The only way you can make money on wellness is A, if you want to get healthy, or B, if you want to be better than just well, if you want to be extraordinary, if you want to be vibrant. That's kind of some of the more wealthy people find these people with the knowledge and the technique of wellness, and they're not going to these people to get better. They're going to these people to get exceptional, to be jumping out of their boots. And you can do that if you I believe if you do some cucumber and celery juices, you got to juice the cucumber and celery. And the thing is, a lot of people will say, you know, I don't like vegetables. And it's important to remember that if you get frozen vegetables, you already lost 50% of the nutrients. These are some of the things they teach in some of the wellness stuff. So if you really want some nutritious vegetables, maybe you don't like vegetables and you're like, I don't like vegetables. But I would say that the reason you probably don't like vegetables is because a lot of the vegetables you're eating are conventional. There's a difference between conventional and organic vegetables. And, you know, you got to look at where your store is getting the vegetables from and who's growing the vegetables. If you think it's okay to put a lot of chemicals on the vegetable plants so that they grow quicker and faster and look bigger and more vibrant, but they taste like crap, you got to say, well, maybe these vegetables aren't the same as those other vegetables over there. So if there's a certain type of vegetable that you never really liked, well, that's okay. Maybe you got some type of allergy to them or not. But if you talk with your doctor and they approve you to do a certain thing, well, maybe it's worth spending a little bit more money on some organic vegetables, or even maybe you can grow some vegetables of your own in some above ground, maybe a barrel with a lot of nice organic soil, etc. And maybe you can learn to, if you're not already doing it, enjoy vegetables by growing them yourself. And if you really eat a vegetable and if it's grown in nice soil in a nice environment, but not a lot of pollution, you don't want to be eating vegetables growing around an airport, because then you're getting a lot of that lead and a lot of that pollution from the airplanes. But if you want to have some really nice tasty vegetables, look up maybe biodynamic farming, or even organic farming, or just figure it out yourself. And I mean, man, if you harvest a vegetable that you grew yourself in good soil that didn't have a lot of pollution, and you know, you don't want to feed the you got to look at the water that you're feeding to your plants, etc. The water in the human body is over 70% water. So if you're just drinking tap water and you're wondering why you're not getting healthy, maybe that's worth a look as well. But if you want to feed your plants some nice water, if you can get some rainwater, I think that's plants prefer rainwater over well water. So if you're feeding your plants from the tap, well water or city water with a lot of fluoride and stuff, you're not going to get the best vegetables. So if you can find a way of collecting the rainwater, as long as it's not acid rain, but some type of better quality water, rainwater is the best, then the plants will get the type of nutrients that they really like. And then at that point, when you pick that vegetable, I would say there's a good chance, if you're growing a vegetable that you normally like to eat, then maybe you'll like it. Maybe it'll taste different than the conventional produce that you could buy at a store. So. Hey, Rupert. You know, one of the Wild Atlantic Men, one of the interesting things I found working in a few hospitals and outpatient surgery centers is they want to help people, right? But all the staff in those outpatient surgery centers, even in the hospitals, they drink Gatorade, or maybe they'll drink a lot of coffee. So if you're wondering why doctors all, you know, some doctors are definitely cued in. So some people are, there are some doctors who have the skills of the natural healing skills, or some of the acupuncture and other stuff. So I would not lump all doctors all physicians into the same boat. But many or most doctors or healthcare professionals drink coffee. And coffee, as far as my understanding is, yeah, sometimes it's good to get you out of a rut, but if you're drinking coffee every day, coffee is known to be acidic, and it's also damaging to all the different organs in the body. So, at least according to Agnes von der Plant's, coffee is one of the worst things you can drink because it is detrimental to every organ in the body. So if you want to get healthier, it's not smart to drink coffee. Unless it's more of a mental thing and you just need a kick in the butt, then maybe drinking some coffee will activate your adrenal glands, etc., and get you in a better state of mind to do something. But drinking coffee every day and you want to be healthy, it's kind of going in opposite directions. Tony, hey. So yeah, many of the surgery centers that I worked in, they had coffee as the primary stimulant that they would hope that the staff would drink so that they would work faster. We got a little wind here this morning. Just a little wind. There we go. Probably gonna wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, Passing Wind says, sorry, get yourself some chickens, a couple of chickens. If you never tested a fresh egg, you have no idea what you're missing. Yep. Yeah, everybody's got their way to do it. So there's nothing that's good for everybody. So you got to individualize your diet, and I'm not suggesting anything for everybody. So just some kind of things that I've read about and sharing what I've read and what I follow, what I believe. This is there is something called Shakti, S-H-A-K-T-I, Shakti, or Prana, Chi, C-H-I, or Q-I, Chi. And if you want to get the Shakti, or the Prana, or the Chi, or the Shen, you got to get beyond this lower level of understanding of food. You got to get into the higher level of living. If you want to be a ground feeder all your life, just eat anything that you're given. But if you want to be selective and have a direction with your health, then it's worth learning about Qi and Chen and Qi and Jing. The Chinese know a lot about Jing, Qi, and Shen. It's also known as the Prana or the Shakti, or these are some other words. They all mean kind of basically the same thing. So if you want to get into the higher level of living, it's worth graduating beyond the coffee and learning about the other tonic herbs that you might be missing out on. Another more technological approach to getting more chi is to look at what they do on the International Space Station. They have an ionization machine, ionizer, negative ions to combat the... so look into a negative ion generator, because it binds with the free radicals and it neutralizes some of those negative things inside of the atmosphere. And that is similar to working with your energy or your prana or your chi. You can buy them on Amazon or eBay, but they also have it on the International Space Station. So they're doing a lot of work on the chopsticks right now. There are some lifts on the over launch platform. I'll do a summary here. There is no road closure today. There's no road closures planned for next week. I'm wrapping it up. Thanks for watching. They are doing a bunch of cement work here, concrete work. Concrete work, that's kind of what I meant. They have a lot of soil over there by the Starship 24. And it is a beautiful, can someone tell me, is today Friday or Thursday? It is August 4th, 2022. Let me see what else. And that about wraps it up. There's no nothing big major planned for next week. Thursday. Today is Thursday. Thanks, Tony. Thank you. So maybe tomorrow they'll post some information for next week as far as road closures. I'm going to be going to town to do a few things. Maybe I can sell something. I'm trying to make enough money to get a Starlink, etc., and also to make more money, basically. So I'm going to be going to town again today, doing some temp work as a independent sales agent, and hoping to make big bucks, helping some people sell some things, and yeah, sweet dreams, Elena. Everybody, I'm going to sign out here. I'll get on camera. Thursday, August 4th, 2020. Signing out here. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you, Jackie, for the support. And good stuff. A lot of fun. Shalom, shalom. Signing out. Thank you for watching. Here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, SpaceX South Texas launch site, Starbase in Boca Chica, Texas.